This podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Our friends over at SeatGeek are giving us a promo code of TBA Wrestling. That is TBA Wrestling for $20 off your first purchase. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Gunners R Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
And that we truly are still as Arsenal fans.
I feel reaffirmed now you said that. It's you. It's you. It's you.
It's always you.
It's always you.
Mm-hmm.
You reaffirm me.
Mm.
Thank you.
Like a priest.
Yes.
Like a little Guna priest.
That's...
Don't think you should say that.
Wow.
Anyway,
well, I do have a confession. I don't.
That's a rock hard start. Anyway. Welcome back to the Peppercorn Boys. It's not that podcast. It's the Gunners R Us podcast. So what I was going to say was you heard me, Scott, talk for a while on Monday because it had just been too long and there was too much to get into. So I just wanted to kind of, I think I called it the Whirlwind Roundup or something like that. We got back up to speed. Now we're back with your usual scheduled programming on a Wednesday, Gunners R Us. Ooh. Scott and Joe.
Yeah.
This will stay forever. But something I'm going to do is I'm going to start hitting you up on a Monday because we've noticed a huge spike in the downloads on a Monday.
Good time.
Because I think people are really interested in, post-weekend, going to work, do you know what, need to catch up on Arsenal. And I thank anyone that listens to us that choose us as that team to deliver you that Arsenal content. So what I think is you need fresh content because if you're listening to, for example, if you don't listen to this episode that comes out today on Wednesday, pre-Wolves, pre-North London Derby, and then Monday morning something happens in North London Derby, you go, I need to download the Gunners R Us. You download it, and then you listen to us preview those games. That's no fun for anyone. So we're going to start adding a Monday episode to the main feed. But don't get that twisted, because on the Peppercorn, my God, am I scrambled from the holiday still, the Patreon, there will be even more episodes. So therefore, if you're thinking on a Monday morning, oh my God, I need more content. Guess what? Over on the Patreon, it'll be even more.
Hell yeah.
And on a Tuesday, and a Thursday, and a Friday, a Sunday.
Let's go.
Yeah, so you're going to get extra content there. So don't threat. If you enjoy our content, please do that. And that link is below us. And I think if you're in the States, I think a lot of our viewership is in the States now, or listenership. And SeatGeek, TBA Wrestling, and obviously just check that Patreon. I think it's around $10 if you go through the web browser. But us in the UK, it's about £6. And you get loads more content in your ear rolls.
I don't mind the little Wednesday spot we do. I think it's quite nice. It's right in the middle. I know it doesn't help when you're gagging for that, after post-match
clarification.
Yeah, and you got to wait till Wednesday or later, depending on when you hear it. I like Wednesday because it's right in the middle.
I like it.
You had time to think.
Yeah, well, we did
it's
try
hump day.
Exactly. We tried Miller Mondays, and Miller is always busy on a Monday, so that didn't last very long. But I think we'll just get you an episode out every Monday because even on the Patreon, I was already going out on a Monday morning and getting some content out from the weekend's action. So I might as well throw that on the main feed for you guys. iTunes and Spotify gives a 5-star review. But if you want more, because guess what? Between Wednesday and Monday, it's a big old gap.
It's a big
Over on the Patreon, you probably get about 3 episodes there. So it's well worth the wait. Anyway, we're going to get into today's action. We do have Wolves at Molineux tonight. We are going to talk a bit about the North London Derby, of course.
Yeah.
And I'll double check if there's a game. I think after North London Derby, I think it's 7 days off, and then we play Chelsea, I want to say.
Well, I feel like we haven't had 7 days off for a while. I could be really wrong.
It's been a bit of time, I think. And I think it's heading towards March, so there is definitely an international brewing somewhere. And I've definitely noticed in the news cycles, a lot of Tuchel. I think Tuchel signed an extension. England talk is coming back, and it's going to be really interesting because I think that's something maybe we could talk about a little bit today. But as we get closer to internationals, it'll be better. But the form of some players, for example, like Eze was a shoo-in for the World Cup. Is he now?
Yeah.
A lot of people have been really disappointed with Saka's season.
Yeah.
Not saying he wouldn't go; he's definitely going. But I wonder if there's hesitation to him being a guaranteed starter. I think he has to be. I don't think there's a right winger that's had a better season.
Yeah,
I think there maybe has, but there's not been.
Will we delve into the Saka a bit more at some point? Because
I think today we're going to, because it looks like he's signed that new 5-year deal.
Nice.
Which will probably keep him at Arsenal for the chunk of his main part of his career. Yeah. Which is crazy to think that he's only now. This is probably season 1 of his prime 5 years.
Yeah, mad. Mad.
Sometimes people, their prime is different, but it is hard to think, that we're going to potentially get 4 more years of prime Saka. And I think what a lot of people are forgetting is he missed 6 months of last season. So people come out with these stats of he's not getting enough goals or assists, non-penalty goals are not high, and all this. I mean, he got injured on, I think it was like Boxing Day last year or before Christmas.
Yeah.
He didn't return.
Mm.
And then this season we got him. He then, after 3 games, Madwake had to play 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Then he did come back.
Yeah.
Then he had a little, he had a feeling in his hamstring. So they were like doing the thing where, do you remember he was playing like 10 minutes in Champions League and then 10 minutes in the Carabao, 10 minutes in the Premier League. Then he came back for a patch. Now he's out again for a little bit.
Yeah.
And now he's against Brentford, he came on for the last 10 minutes. Yeah, and well, in the Wigan game, he came on and he started, but he only played half.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So his minutes are not what they were, and it's not necessarily his fault. But there is a question, because I've seen some Arsenal fans saying that him signing that big deal might be the downfall of us. And I think that's just pessimism.
Yeah.
Because what's the better case? We sell him. And then what people say? Yeah, go buy Leroy Sané. He'll probably be free from Galatasaray. It's like, no, like you gotta have that franchise player. Beckham.
He's a pillar, yeah.
Yeah, Beckham, Salah, De Bruyne, Haaland. There's certain players that just have to be synonymous for your team, and whether they're in form or out of form, they are your team, you know, to an extent, and you can kind of rally around them.
There was times we've talked about it before. Rose-colored glasses. There was times during Henri's career at Arsenal where you felt like he wasn't doing much. But then all of a sudden he would do stuff. But you never question getting rid of him. Like, you never think, oh,
I wonder if there was the old Twitter sphere.
I guess we weren't really...
There probably, we remember notoriously our mum hated Henri when he played.
Yeah.
Because she was like, he's sitting on the wing and he's not doing anything. He's pulling up his socks. And then all of a sudden he'd score. And she was like, doesn't help the fact that he didn't do anything for 20 minutes. And I was like, because he has to, similar to Eza.
Yeah.
You have to kind of wait sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you do need to be patient.
And those players...
They do it for a reason.
And they don't get free reign in a game. They're marked out of games most of the time.
Yeah,
so they're trying to find their gap. And that's where they become elite, though. Is when they are... Like, Saka's had it a lot over the years, where he gets marked out of seasons. Mm-hmm. Like, they double up on him and everything. But that's where you become elite, is when you break through that and figure out how to score anyway.
Yeah.
And talking about Saka, I want to talk about Saka a little bit. I was talking to Dad about Saka this morning. There's something about Arsenal players. They don't get the credit that other players get. They don't get the hype. Like, we never get the hype. Like, Saka is probably one of the best players in the world. Yeah. Probably one of the best Arsenal players of all time. Yeah. Even if he's not scoring and assisting, he's very influential to the team. Like you said, he's the pillar. He can't leave. Like, he has to be there. Yeah. If he leaves, it feels like we're kind of a different team. Yeah. Without him. There's no one else I think you could remove that would make it feel like not Arsenal anymore. Yeah. It's just him. Yeah. And like you said, he's coming into his prime. We got to stick by him because he is the player. Especially going into this era of Arsenal now where we are dominant. I know we haven't won anything yet, but we're dominant. He's the focal point. Mm-hmm. And I think no matter what, stick with Saka. Saka's the guy. I'm happy he's staying for another 4 years minimum. Yeah. But if we keep winning stuff,
and also there's
no reason for him to leave.
People don't get it. It's like that signing a new deal means that if we do sell him, we get maximum fee. Yeah. There's no way around it. And, I mean, he's in the Premier League. He's played 217 games.
For such a young guy as well.
But he has only got 57 goals, which is, again, pretty much, it works out a goal every 4 games. Yeah. And his assists are 56, which are almost identical. Okay. So pretty much a goal or assist every 2 games. So if you go 1 game nothing, then an assist. Go 1 game nothing, there's a goal. 1 game nothing, there's an assist.
It's pretty much all you can ask for. They're not going to score every game and assist every game. Like, it doesn't happen.
Well, this is it. And I mean, he's 24 currently. He's not 25 till next season.
That's mad.
And if we sign that 5-year deal, I would take him to 29 if he saw it out.
So he's pretty much, his career is Arsenal. Like, really. Yeah.
And I mean, if he carries on at this rate, and I can't, if anything, his games are only going to go up. He's done that in 6-7 years, that 217. Yeah. If he does another of that, he's going to be close to the 500 mark of Premier League games. But games for Arsenal, I mean, generally, he's got 30 and then 50 to 80. He's got 300 games in all comps. Yeah. I mean, the Champions League, he's played 24 games in his career. He scored 12. That's 1 in 2. Yeah. And he got 8 assists. Okay. Like, it's not a bad record, And he's valued at about 130 million. And we were talking about this the other day. I was talking with Lewis when I was in Orlando, and he was saying like his theory was he'll never be as good as Sterling. And I get, that's an argument. I think as soon as you hear that, I think we're all gonna have a visceral reaction. And my one was also very visceral. Yeah, I'm like, what? He's better than Sterling. It's like, but Sterling won, multiple Premier Leagues, FA Cups, and stuff like that. But Sterling scored a lot of goals.
Yeah.
I think on the eye, Saka's much better to watch.
Yeah.
I think Saka's actually become better to watch.
It's the intelligence. That's
Yeah.
what gets me with Saka. It's football intelligence. Top level.
For England in qualifiers, he scored 5 goals, I believe. In the Euros, he scored 1. In World Cups, he scored 3
Wow.
in 4 games.
Jeez.
Like, that's not a bad... You know what I mean? That's not bad going.
Yeah.
I'm just going to look up Sterling all-time goals. Because...
I mean, we do forget, like, Sterling in his prime when he was young, he was firing on all cylinders. But I wouldn't say he was ever
in the Premier League, he scored 123 goals in 400 appearances. So nearly one every 4 games. So very similar stats.
Yeah.
But he also played, and again, it's no different because Saka's playing in an Arsenal team that are challenging.
Yeah.
But he played in City teams that were getting 100 points.
Yeah.
And David Silva and De Bruyne and stuff like that. I mean, I think we all agree that I think one of our biggest issues, and Saka's best ever season for us, I think he scored 16 in the league, which was 3 years ago, which was that year that no one expected us to be good and we were just all vibes.
Yeah.
Jesus, Ramsdale, Zinchenko, you know, vibing.
Yeah.
That was his best year. And then last year, if you remember, he was on 10 assists before he got injured.
Yeah.
He was well on his way to break the assist record.
Yeah.
But he missed 6 months.
But so
he only had 6 goals, whereas this year he's on 4 goals.
Yeah.
And 6 assists, I believe.
But I mean, like Sterling and Saka very similar.
Yeah.
But also very different. Like in the stance that Sterling was one of these players that would bounce from team to team.
Mm-hmm.
And he would bounce from good team to good team to good team.
Yeah.
Like he'd be in amongst teams that were kind of doing stuff.
Yeah.
Saka's loyalty. Like what do you, let's say you were neutral.
Yeah, when you think about his first 4 years at Arsenal, we weren't exactly a team that were expected to win.
I mean, him and Martinelli single-handedly dragged us through some bits in the middle there.
Whereas Sterling did 9 years at Championship title winning team.
Yeah.
And then before that was a 16-year-old at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Who weren't also doing very well at the time.
No, he was like the wonder kid.
I say they weren't doing very well. That was that year they did really well. But
yeah.
You know, he similar to Rio now at Liverpool. He appeared for that 1 year, and then he went to City for like 8-9 years.
Yeah.
Challenged nearly every year.
Yeah.
Then he moved on to Chelsea for 2 years.
Yeah.
Then he went to Arsenal, who were then challenging.
Yeah. So he's moving from big club to big club to big club.
Whereas Saka, I dare I say, he's 24 now. He's played since he was 17 at Arsenal. Of those 6-7 years, 6-7 seasons he's done. He I did the motion. I would say the last 4 years are the only years that he had any right to be getting goals.
Yeah.
Including this year. And if you think about it, he's also missed about a year in all that time in injury.
Yeah.
So really the 3 seasons have been the seasons in which he should be doing well.
Yeah.
So I think if, he stays fit, touch wood, for another 3 years, and we are a team that do challenge in the league and the Premier League in the Champions League, as well, for the next 3 years. At the age he is now.
Yeah.
There's no way he's not going to be, he's got 50 in 200 games in the Premier League.
Yeah.
There's no reason in the next 100 he doesn't get 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think that's what he has to aim for. I think, he is a winger. He's not the centre forward. He's not, doing that kind of thing. But I think, he needs to get over that 100 mark.
Yeah.
In the next 100 games in Premier League.
If I, no, sorry.
It was more just that because I think sometimes he is a player that he was very young and he was very intelligent. And I think in the last couple of years when he's actually had the more injuries, he's been a funner watch because I think if you think of Saka now, you're thinking of him taking people on his right foot.
Yeah.
And getting in the box. Yeah. Almost Madueke style.
Yeah.
He's not doing that thing whereas before he was like shuffle, triangles around the corners, little naughty ones, and then that's how he's getting his assists, Yeah. Whereas now he's working with Timber, who's going infield. It's not Ben White overlapping.
Yeah.
It's not Odegaard necessarily. It's Eze going directly to the centre forward. He's not getting to come infield and do that whipped left-footed goal that he scores so much for England
that
and
people
Arsenal.
would mark out as well a lot of the time. They'd mark him out of that option.
Whereas now he's kind of taking people on the right and going to the byline and cutting it back. And look at our strikers' records the last 3 years. Not good.
Yeah.
So if we did have Haaland for the last 3 years, how many more assists did he have?
Quite, he would have popped it on him.
Because he created a lot of chances in that time. So I think sometimes it's like, it depends how you look at it. And this is why we've gone on for a bit of a tangent here, but we were kind of talking about like England and form and, we're talking a bit about Saka. We'll get into Eze in a minute before we get into the games at the back end. But yeah, it's that. Like I think with Saka, if those injuries continue, this could be an awful deal.
Yeah.
But there's no way of truly knowing.
No, that's potluck, really, isn't it? Like, some players just never get injured again, and then some players are constant.
Yeah.
He's going to get injured. Like, we've already talked about the fact that he gets played a lot, or did do, like, before we got signed Noni and stuff. Like, he would be walking around. We talked about his, I can't remember what it's called, the Achilles thing. The crystals on the Achilles. Like, he's got that he deals with every game. He's got all these little niggles, but that is because he was a young player, and he played a lot. When he came into the team, he started and kept going. He was even playing out of position for years. But the intelligence of Saka. Yeah. But what I was going to say from a neutral standpoint, because I'm someone that I like a player to be known for a team. Like, to specifically, they're known for one team, mainly. Yeah. So, like, Sterling and Saka, like, the comparison. If you're a neutral, Sterling was doing what he was doing, but he was bouncing from, like, challenging teams every time. Saka stayed in the thick of it with Arsenal. Let's say he stays another 4 years, and we do win, like, a few trophies in those 4 years coming now. I'd say, to me, like, stats-wise even, you looked it up a minute ago, the stats are pretty close between Sterling and Saka already. To me, Saka's more impressive than Sterling. On paper, and also for the fact that he is an Arsenal legend. Yeah, like, especially if he signed this thing.
It's not. Yeah, it's like what nowadays. I think we were talking about. We were watching a thing with Talk Football. What was it called? What are they called? With Lineker, Richards, and Shearer. That's football.
Yeah.
They were talking about Bergkamp and, like, how does he hold up against the other number 10 since then? And Richard said, but nowadays we look at stats. So, like, does he hold up a candle to De Bruyne or David Silva? No, because when you look at Bergkamp's goals back in the day, 5 goals, 7 goals, 3 goals, 9 assists, 3 assists, 1 assist. But there was Ozil was someone who actually matched the both. Yeah. Unreal amount of assists. Yeah. Unreal to watch. Fabregas, unreal to watch. Whereas I think David Silva, was very good. But you think of, like, De Bruyne, I think he is amazing to watch. But he almost had a Gerrard and Lampard quality where his stats are unreal. But some games you're like, he just gets it done. Yeah. Which is more the Saka style, but in a different position. Yeah. Whereas Ez is he's a little different. He's more Bergkamp, where you look at it and you go, I get, I get it.
It feels right.
It looks cool and it seems fun, but his stats aren't here. Like, we've joked about it before. Saka, Salah, people like that. Sometimes you watch it and go, I don't get it. And at the end of the game, they go, you got a golden assist.
Yeah. Yeah, the stats read.
And we go, oh, but nowadays people look only at that, whereas they don't look at the feeling or watching. Ronaldinho was unbelievable. He doesn't have Messi and Ronaldo numbers.
No.
Zidane was unbelievable, but he doesn't have. I don't know this for sure, but I can't imagine he even has, like, Lampard or Gerrard numbers.
No.
But he was a better watch.
Yeah.
And I think with Saka, he's becoming a better watch. But also, like you were saying, it's a feeling. He is the club. Yeah. The feeling changed when he entered the team.
It feels iconic.
Yeah, it's like a slow build. If he stays here his entire career, he'll be the most iconic Arsenal player of all time. Yeah. Without doubt.
100, yeah.
And if he can bring in a Champions League or a Premier League, particularly a Champions League,
that's a big one.
Yeah. He will be Arsenal's greatest ever player.
Henry never did that. Yeah.
And someone will go, but
who's that?
He only got 100.
Is that a Tottenham fan?
Yeah, he got 100 goals in 500 games. He's rubbish. It's like, all right, but he won a Champions League. He played at Arsenal for 15 years. He took him from not making it to the Europa Cup and coming 8th at 17 years old. Yeah. And put us on his back. Yeah. Because guess what? Until Arteta took over, and the first year or so of Arteta, not great. Yeah. He brought in that FA Cup.
Make him do.
He carried that team at 17, 18 on his back. Yeah. To greener pastures. Yeah, yeah. Then Arteta went, all right, I'll surround you with players like that. Yeah, yeah. And then Saliba, Gabriel, even Martinelli is another guy that he'll never be talked about.
Him and Saka.
They are the feeling. A lot of people say it was Smith Rowe and Saka. It's Martinelli.
Yeah, it is.
Martinelli's stats are consistent. He's a consistent player. And I think people don't put that into consideration, like the legendary feeling of that player. Like, you can have amazing stats. Aubameyang had amazing stats at Arsenal. He's never going to get a statue. No.
Certain players just come along and they just feel iconic.
Yeah, it's interesting. And I just want to talk about Ezra a little bit because he's another one that's, I think a lot of people are kind of concerned about. I talked about it on Monday and I said, the feeling in the club's great. I mean, you had Norgard talking about how amazing Tommy Setford's been. Norgard saying, I'm so privileged to play for Arsenal. Yeah. I'm not frustrated in any way. Yeah. And then he started going, and then he spent his time getting man of the match to talk about Tommy Setford.
Wow, nice.
Who came on, by the way. I don't know if you knew that because we were watching it again.
I did see that, yeah.
Came on for the last 10 minutes for Kepa. And what was Kepa doing? Smiling ear to ear, kissing him on the head.
Congratulating him.
Yeah. And all the team came out and said, "I'm so happy for Tommy Setford."
Yeah.
That shows a rich club, like spirit.
It's deep rooted.
Yeah, they are together. The only player we all think of, I said this too, is Noni Madueke, who always seems frustrated.
Yeah.
But right now feels very happy because he's scoring.
Yeah,
I think he's just that character.
Yeah.
And then there's Eze, who we're all kind of going, I don't think there's been a unanimous signing in Arsenal's history that we've all gone, perfect.
Yeah, it feels good.
He's perfect for the club. He wants the club. He turned down Tottenham. The story behind it, he scores a hat-trick in North London Derby, but we're all going, there's something up though. He got hooked against Brentford, rightly so. And I don't know. And he's one of these players that I think we all see. Like, even if we win the league, we're all going to go, but is Eze all right?
Yeah, is he okay? Because I want to check on him.
But
getting hooked isn't the problem.
No, and the only thing he's saying outwardly is like social media and that, where it's very much 3 more points, let's keep going and stuff like that. And I know it's very media trained, but I just wanted to show you something, which was, you think of Eze's last 2 seasons being his best seasons for Crystal Palace. Because before that, he had a couple. He was very fun watch, but the stats didn't really match, and then at QPR and stuff like that. At Crystal Palace, the last couple seasons, he played in all comps around last year, close to 42 games.
Yeah.
And he got 14 goals.
Okay.
And about 14 assists. It's about level.
Yeah.
That was his best year.
Yeah.
The year before was the year that everyone considers his best, which is where he played only 30 games, but he got 11 goals, 4 assists. So 15 things in about 30 games.
Yeah.
So that's about half. So basically 30 games, 15 things. Last year he played close to 40 games and he got whatever it was. I can't remember what I said.
Like 14 and 14, I think.
Yeah, so, which is mad. It's his best year, right?
That's very consistent.
But when you look in the league, for example, in 34 games he scored 8 goals, 8 assists. The year before, in 27 games, 11 goals, 4 assists. So 16 things, 15 things.
Yeah.
He very much averages about 30 games a season in the league.
Yeah.
And he gets around 14 to 15 things.
Yeah.
As he's playing for Arsenal right now, he is 10 off of that 30 things in the league.
Jesus.
And he's at 6. Okay. So it is low.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, and when you also remove the hat trick, it's 1 and 2 in the league, which is not great. But then in the Champions League, he's also got an assist. He played in the EFL Cup. He's got 1 goal. And then in the FA Cup, he literally is on 3 assists.
Yeah.
And a goal.
Yeah.
So when you look at it that way, you add those all together. That's 6 assists in all comps this year and 6 games. Sorry, 6 goals.
So he spread out his involvement across all these competitions.
Right. So he's at basically 30 games in all comps right now.
Yeah.
And what's he on? 6 and 6.
Yeah.
And it seems like he kind of the way it's going, he's probably going to end up on 10 or 11 goals in all comps.
Yeah.
10 or 11 goals assists.
Yeah.
Which would put him at 22, which would be just under his best ever season.
Yeah, and that's his first season with a new team.
With a new team and not playing, not playing the minutes he's used to.
Not those regular.
Well, when you look at even that, I was going to say was Arsenal have played 38 games in all comps this year. He has played 31 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, and everyone's saying he's not playing enough, all these things. And again, a lot of these games come with 5-minute spells, 10-minute spells, 15-minute spells. So it's one of those things that you kind of got to zoom out. We talk about zooming out and just kind of go, what's the deal with Eze? And it's it's just a tough one to kind of. So we took a pause there.
Yeah. Almost like you've got to do with Eze.
Yeah.
Take a pause, take a minute, take a breath.
I think so, and he's just. I think he's a really fun player to watch. There's been times where, and I'm a big Eze fan, that I've kind of watched and gone, oh, it's not good enough.
Yeah.
Gives the ball away a lot, but it's a perfect mix, isn't it? Like you want people to be able to explore and try those passes, because we've seen it against the low block. What do?
Yeah.
We sit there, we try the simple passes, doesn't work, and no one wants to be the guy who tries it. He comes on and goes, I'll try it.
Yeah, we need like we've always talked about the wild card. You need a wild card player, and I thought Noni is that for the most part, but Eze offers a different kind of wild card. I don't know if we've been a little bit brainwashed by Arteta's thinking on everything has to be kind of perfect and almost like robotic, and if it's not perfect, you're gone. I don't know if we've been brainwashed by that as well, because when we see Eze give the ball away, our immediate thought is that's not good enough. But I mean, most football players will give the ball away, and it's just because we kind of got in that mindset that Arteta's kind of put into us of no, it has to be perfect, otherwise we won't see him again.
And if you're not trying something, you're not going to get anywhere.
No.
Because you could play for 3 games straight just doing a simple pass, and the other team, they're good. Other teams are good at defending, so it's not going to go anywhere. So you need guys who are going to go, I'm going to try and take this guy on.
Yeah.
And it might lead to a counter attack.
Yeah.
And you can tell Arteta fights with the idea of like, I don't think I want that player.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think a lot of people have noticed this. I think it really was the year. I think we all kind of agreed that Eza had to play because injuries. When we first came in, we all loved it. There was a couple moments where we thought, oh, I don't know. And then Odegaard came back. And we thought, yeah, I think we need Odegaard. And I remember us having a conversation saying that he's building that tempo. You know, he has that really perfect tempo, Odegaard, this is. And we felt at different times of the year we've needed that. And then the more you started to watch him, you started to go, I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, it's an element of like the old Arsenal sometimes creeps in with
too many passes, too many touches, too deep.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, okay, no, I want Eza. And then what did we get this year? We got Havertz for a bit. And by the way, this little cameo he's done this year.
Yeah.
And I've got a feeling we could be looking at a situation where by the end of the season, I think Havertz is going to have about 9 appearances from last January to there, a year and a half.
Yeah.
Which is unheard of. It's very rare, unless someone does an ACL, that they're going to miss that much time.
Yeah.
And he came in and played 10, didn't he, recently?
Yeah.
And we've all gone, that's the future of our 10.
Yeah.
And what did we do before all this?
Yeah.
They played him at the 10 and we all went, oh, that's not it, Chief.
Yeah.
Can't be doing that. So
it's all relative, though, isn't it? To game states, teams, like what kind of team we're playing, what they're doing, how they're set up defensively. I think it all depends.
That's pretty much what Arteta said. He said, I have a deep squad now, and I can pick the player that suits the game we need the most.
Yeah.
And he said with the Brentford Eza thing, he said he wasn't suiting it. I thought he would. He didn't.
Yeah.
It's not an Eza problem. It's a situational problem.
Tactical, yeah.
So he brought on Odegaard. He did much better. But then Eza played against Wigan. Yeah, it's a much lower quality. But he was running the show. He's looking away passes, through balls. Like, I'm a real player.
Yeah.
And some people would say, yeah, but that's bad. You spent 55, 60 million on a player that can only play against League One opposition. Not true. He beat Spurs single-handedly with 3 goals.
Yeah.
It's just the right game for him. And the nice thing is, we've got a squad right now that when everyone's fit, the number 10 role can go to when Harry was here, Odegaard, Eza, Waneri, Moreno, Havertz.
Yep.
And Arteta can literally be, I'm thinking of like a superhero on the top of the building choosing what superpower to use for that right moment, like he can go, oh no, we need a little bit of this. Tempo needs to be up. We need more touches. We need more of the ball.
Yeah.
Bring in Odegaard.
Yeah, I think
we need to be more direct against this team. Here comes Eza. We need someone to kind of almost play as a second forward with the forward. Here comes Havertz.
Yeah.
And people said this at the start of the season. Gyökeres. He can only score against teams in the lower half. He's done it all his career, apparently. Doesn't score in the big games. All right. Do you know what our big issue was last year? Scoring against the littler teams.
Yeah, getting it done when we needed it.
And do you know what he's done this year? Scored all his goals against the little teams. I'm happy. And people, the argument then expands deeper to, you paid 60 million for a guy who just scores against minnows. Yeah, but
that's also
we also have Saka who scores against the big teams and Martinelli. You know what I mean? Like, and Trossard.
Yeah, but whether you scored...
Because you know what happened last year? Saka, Martinelli and Trossard. They wouldn't score against the small teams. So we now got this giant lump that will come in and score you 2 goals. A brace against Leeds. He'll score you a brace against Sunderland. He'll do whatever he wants. But you put him against Liverpool and he'll run for days and work hard. But he's not going to get a chance. But that's more of an Arsenal system problem than a him problem.
But the argument of like, you spent this much for this player to only like do this against these teams... That everyone in a perfect world thinks that you've got like a perfect starting 11 that is your team.
Yeah,
Arteta's proved that that's not a thing. It's similar to like NFL and those kind of teams. You have special teams. You have players that come in for like certain situations against certain teams, and if they only do it against these teams as well, and don't get it done against these teams, that doesn't matter. That's what they're there for. If that's what they're there for, that's what they're there for. Because if we didn't spend that 60 million and he doesn't score against these minnows, no one else is.
Yeah, well,
someone's go.
The other option is that we spend 100 million on a player that scores against the big teams.
Yeah.
But maybe he doesn't score against the small teams.
Yeah.
Then we're back in what we were last year, which was we went against the lower half and we draw 0-0. Because we go, there's no one that can score those goals. No one will break it open. Now we've got that guy. And you know what I mean? It's like saying, I'm gonna build a house.
Yeah.
And I've just spent, 100 quid on a jackhammer. I've spent 100 quid on some,
a drill set?
Sure. 100 quid on like drywall, 100 quid on this, and then you're like, but I need an electrical screwdriver.
Yeah.
To put all the plugs in.
Yeah.
I spent 100 quid on it. You spent 100 quid on it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just as crucial as the jackhammer.
All the pieces work for different things,
right.
yeah.
it's irrelevant how much you paid because it's football. And guess what? We haven't spent the most money of anyone in the league.
No.
And there's teams that have spent way more who were 14th, 15th kind of area.
Yeah.
You know, it's not something that needs to be a part of what we talk about.
No.
At the end of the season, I think we're going to look at our squad and we're going to go, oh, Gyökeres got 10 goals and 5 assists, and Eza got 8 goals and 8 assists, and Saka got 8 goals and 8 assists, and Martinelli got 8 goals and 8 assists. Trossard probably got 15 goals and 4 assists. Yeah. Zubimendi got 5 goals and 5 assists, and you're going to go,
yeah, everyone did a bit.
But if we win the league, does it matter who scored what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That part of it, I don't understand why you have so many discourses around the concept of who scored how many, who they scored against. It's like, again, if we come third this year, let's say we drop off and we come third, we can have that conversation and go, well, why are we not scoring against this team? Why is this player that we spent that much money on not performing? It's no one's not performing. It's just, I think we've not also seen a team with this much quality depth.
Yeah, across the board,
where the manager is willing to actually go, I'm going to change the team.
Yeah.
You know, because even the City have had big squads. People spent way more money on their squads. But I don't think I think we can all agree on this. I don't think anyone's ever got a squad this good.
No.
Where, like, almost the 11 that come in, we've joked about in the past, like, a lot of teams do it. We go, the 11 that come in, you know, are better than the other 11.
Yeah.
And you go, is it?
Yeah. It's not
they're good, but they're not, you know. And then if you even want to change one, is anyone as good as the first team? Nah.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, who's better, Martinelli or Trossard?
Different.
This season, who's better, Madueke or Saka?
It's different.
Who's better, Gyökeres or Havertz?
Different.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? It's Odegaard or Eza.
Different.
Zubimendi and Norgaard's probably the biggest one, but I mean, we're all starting to realise that maybe Norgaard deserves a shot.
Norgaard's a baller. Like, he's a secret baller.
Rice and Moreno, I think, Rice is one of those, you can't touch him.
Big player,
Yeah, but Calafiori to Hincapié this year. I think Calafiori's much better, but I'm just saying, we spent a lot more of the year watching Hincapié than we have Calafiori.
And he steps up.
Mosquera came in for Saliba long times, and I don't think he's as good as Saliba, but I mean, we didn't notice it.
No. That's the biggest part, is not noticing.
Timber and Ben White. We thought, we went into the season going, it's a shame. Ben White was our best right back, clearly.
Yeah.
But we all realised Timber might be one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
We're at a point now where we're all going, shouldn't Ben White be playing in the league a little bit? I think he's actually better than Timber. There's conversations happening where he's better going forward than Timber.
Yeah.
And the way we play it in a minute, we're forward more than we're defensive.
Yeah.
So surely play Ben White more than Timber.
Yeah.
That's really rare to have a team where you could actually go, oh yeah, I would swap any of the players for the maybe -3.
Yeah. Like, when I see the team news come out for any game, I don't ever look at it now and go, he's not playing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, okay, and just move on. Watch the game.
That's what I mean. And even City can't do it. You know, if Haaland's not playing, who's playing? It doesn't matter.
No.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know, and then there's, you know, I think maybe they're the closest with like Semenyo, Doku, Cherki, Mamouche. But I think we all know who the best two out of those are. Do you know what I mean? Like,
there's a standout. Yeah.
I don't think, you know, if we said Saka, Madueke, Trossard and Martinelli, could we all agree on who the best two are? I think Saka, everyone agrees. After that, I think we start going, I think it's Trossard.
Yeah, it gets tough.
Some people will say differently.
But I mean, I also love watching Noni, so I mean, it is tough. I mean, Saka is the guy. Declan Rice, I'd say, is a close second. I think they're the most influential, then Gabriel, maybe. Like, I think they're the three that I would miss if they're not in the team.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you said, if the other replacement's in, it's okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually matter that much.
And again, I think if you're listening to this episode, you probably thought, God, they just went off. They started somewhere and ended up somewhere else.
That's what we do.
I'm very tempted to put a little thing at the beginning of this episode, like a disclaimer, to say we don't really set up where we're going, but we go somewhere.
I'm going to be honest, when I listen to podcasts, I don't ever... When I'm listening to a podcast, usually when I'm driving, I don't ever think, God, they're all over the place. I just go on the journey that they offer.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know if that was maybe we were too far off of the beaten path. But either way, we've talked about Arsenal and that's what's in your ear rolls. And usually we try to keep it a bit more... Like Monday's episode was chronological. I started from one end to the end, said how I felt, and that's it. But now we're kind of going into the second half. We're going to talk more about the games that are coming up.
Yeah.
We're also going to talk about the tie we got in the FA Cup. Maybe look at that because on Monday I was kind of saying the draws tonight. I was hoping for Wrexham.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
We ended up with Mansfield, so we'll talk about that in a moment.
Yeah.
But other than that, Joe, I just wanted, before we move on, just to say, like, we haven't been on the air, well, you haven't now, for nearly 21 days.
Yeah, it's been a while.
There's been a lot of games. There's been the Sunderland thrashing. There's been things like that. But what I did want to actually bring to everyone's attention, and this is like, I think it's been a really confusing time because City had a little bit of a falter. Then they had they feel like that Liverpool game was a turn in fortunes when they won it.
Yeah.
Even though I think they didn't deserve to win that game, they ended up winning it.
Yeah.
And I think naturally, even though we're the exact same amount of points difference that we were 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, we feel different. Yeah. But I think we all agree that we feel like we're in a down moment, right? It feels a little. If it was out of 100, you'd say we're at about 40, right?
Yeah.
If it was stocks, I'd have it in the red 40 pointing downwards. Like we're in 40 and it's heading that way.
Yeah, I don't feel great, but I feel okay.
Yeah, and we all think of that Man United loss at home as probably the most painful of
that. Yeah.
By the way, 3 losses in all competitions this year.
I know. Talk about zooming out.
Yeah, and I'm just going to draw everyone's attention to it because obviously right before that we did have the that little blip where we had the Liverpool 0-0 and then the Forest 0-0 in the league back to back.
Yeah.
And in the middle of there we won 2 cup games really handsomely.
Yeah.
Then when in Champions League won that handsomely. Then it was the Man United game. Okay.
Yeah.
Since the Man United game, I'm just going to read out the results.
Okay.
Arsenal 3, Kyrat 2. Leeds 0, Arsenal 4. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. Arsenal 3, Sunderland 0. Brentford 1, Arsenal 1. Wigan 0, Arsenal 4.
It reads very nice.
Win, draw, win, 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 loss.
Yeah.
And then behind that was win, draw, win, win, draw. Win, 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 win.
And we feel down.
That's what I'm saying. When I saw that the other day, someone had put it up saying we bounced back from that better from that Man United game than we realised. I think.
Yeah.
Because I think naturally in my head
that was a
the
drop
Man
off.
United, the Man United game happened, and we've never recovered. I don't know I don't know if it's me being away. I don't know if it's us not doing this podcast, but I feel like the overall sense in the Arsenal fandom is that exact same feeling of like the Man United loss happened, we fell apart. That's the end of it.
I think a lot of that comes from nerves and pessimism. I think because we've seen how this story plays out before.
Yeah.
And I think that Man United game put a weird feeling in us that we haven't really experienced much this season at all. What I will say is, in amongst all those results, the Brentford game stood out to me the most.
Yeah.
It was the draw, which I think was the only drop points in amongst all that, maybe. Mm-hmm. I mean, albeit we did also concede 2 to Kyrat, which...
Yeah, but...
That doesn't
Calafiori yanked the guy back in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And then they scored in the 97th minute or something.
But again, like I said earlier, I don't know if this is Arteta getting into our brains that everything has to be perfect now.
Yeah.
The Brentford game felt messy.
I think we were lucky to win that. To draw that. Sorry.
Yeah, performance-wise, watching that, there was no...
control.
There was nothing. It was just back and forth and all over the place. That felt messy. So I think that coming, not off the back of the United game, because there was games in between, loads happening.
Loads, yeah.
But I mean, a mixture of the Man United drop-off, and then talk about a new manager bounce, which we'll get to in a minute. Then the weird draw to Brentford. You forget about all the good stuff in between, because you only remember the negatives.
Well, I joked about it on Monday's show, that we're kind of two-faced. Because every time we have a bad result in the league, we back it up with back-to-back cup wins.
Yeah.
And then we all kind of go, oh, we're doing really well. But then we get back to the league and maybe we draw. And then on paper, you look at it and go, oh, it's a draw, win, draw. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But then you go, oh, the draws were in the league.
Yeah. And also when City are breathing down your neck, those points are crucial.
Yes. And I think as well, we've now 2 games into the FA Cup. We're 6 games into the Carabao.
Yeah.
So that's 8 plus the 20 games in the Premier League.
Yeah.
No, it's over 20. It's 24 or something like that. Let me have a look. I just want to point something out, that's all. Wrong bit. So, I'm just looking at the Premier League table on the thingy app, fantasy app. 26 games.
Okay.
So 12 games left in the year.
Jeez.
26 there. We've 6 in the Carabao, 32. Then the 8 in the Champions League, so that's 40.
Yeah.
Then the FA Cup we played 2, so 42 games, yeah?
Yeah.
Lost 3 games.
Yeah. Yeah, when you look at it like that, yeah.
I find it, and they're all in the league.
Yeah.
We were 8 wins from 8 in the Champions League. The FA Cup, we are 2 wins from 2. In the Carabao Cup, we did, I think it was 2 wins, a draw, 2 wins, and then the final. So just 1 draw in there because it was winning penalties.
Yeah.
So technically we won it.
Yeah.
So this season alone, out of those 42 games, not only that, what I just said. We've lost 3. We've drawn 6 games.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's 9 things that aren't a win, right?
Yeah.
The year they went unbeaten, they drew 12 times.
Yeah. Yeah. In the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at 6.
Yeah.
And we got 17 wins. The year they got how many wins did they get? 26, wasn't it? In the unbeaten season?
Yeah.
That's if we won the next 9 out of 12.
Okay.
We'd be on more points than them.
Wow. It's mad.
It's really crazy.
The problem is, like, that's why we always talk about enjoying what's happening. Because when you've got a team like City following you in the league, you can't enjoy these moments.
Yeah.
Because you're always nervous. Like, they've proven to us in the last few seasons, you're always nervous it's going to just go away at some point. Like it has done many times already. The PTSD Arsenal fans have is very real. And
I must admit, I do feel the most insecure. Like, if you looked at a timeline of my morale, not morale, but like potential of winning the league.
Yeah.
I'd say I started the season with 5% expectancy.
Didn't expect it. No, not
by 5 games. I was at probably 0% expectancy. We'd lost 1. We'd, I think, drawn 1, won a couple. Liverpool winning everything in the 98th minute. We all agreed they've just spent $500 million. They're winning everything in the last second.
Yeah.
There's no way no one's catching them.
Yeah.
Not even City, not us.
Yeah.
And we all kind of went, yeah, well, hopefully we can do well in the Champions League.
Yeah.
We started doing well in the Champions League. Then all of a sudden we noticed Liverpool have dropped off. We're top of the league. And we went, yeah, but it's just still City figure out. But a bit longer. Are City going to figure it out? Are we going to win the league? We're 6 points clear. What? I think we're going to win the league. And then I reckon like 2 weeks ago, I think there was a game where I think we won and City lost. And I went, do you know what? This could be the year.
It's happening,
and I talked about it last year. Not last year, 2 years ago, when it was the only time I've ever thought we were winning league was 2 years ago. The 3 years we challenged before this year.
Yeah.
Last year we weren't challenging. The first year I always expected we were going to throw it away because I thought we were going to come 8th.
It felt
and
like
we
a
were
fluke.
top.
Yeah, it felt like a fluke.
Whereas that second year, there was a moment where I started to imagine it, and that's what I didn't like. And I didn't imagine it this year, but I started to go, I think it is ours.
Yeah.
I think it might be.
This one feels like it is,
but
more so than
now
others.
I don't feel that way because I'm someone who's, if you listen back to this podcast and you listen in on any conversation I've had with friends, I'm not convinced they're very good.
Yeah.
And I think it was Dan did an interview this week, and he said, I'm absolutely amazed by Arsenal. He said, because I don't know what they're good at, but they win.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was like, and then I watched them in the Inter game and then another game, Bayern Munich. And he went, they were phenomenal. And he said, and it's really fascinating because I don't get it.
I can't figure out why.
But they're really good.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel. Like all season I've gone, we're not as good as we were last year. I really agree on that.
No.
But I don't know what it is, but I just feel like at some point we are 2 losses away from everything falling.
Yeah.
And everyone being exposed, because all these stats we're talking about, Saka with 4 goals and 5 assists, or whatever it is. Ezra having 4 goals and 3 of them being in one game, and you bought him for 65 million. Gyökeres being on, I think it's 13 goals in all comps, which is way better than what everyone realizes. By the way. With these conversations that we've all laughed at and gone, oh come on, have all been backed up with the fact that we might win something big. You start removing those winning big things.
We start dropping.
Those conversations start happening with us.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden that ground gets toxic. And then next year, do you know who's not there? Arteta.
Yeah.
And other things start to fall apart. So I just feel like we're so... Like last year, it felt like they were gearing up to go this year. The year before, I thought we were going to win it. And I thought maybe they'd have a down year because of how hard they went.
Yeah.
And they didn't, but the injuries were a problem. The injuries are a big problem now, and we will talk about that as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just feels like we're a couple big losses.
Yeah.
And this is why the Carabao Cup final could be very important. Away from kind of everything kind of getting exposed. And I'm not convinced that's good. And that's why the 4-point gap now, having to go to the Etihad.
Yeah.
We could lose to Wolves tonight. And then, because guess what? City, other than the Arsenal game, will win every game. So if we don't win every single game, I think we can afford to draw with City.
Yeah.
And I think we can afford to draw another game.
Yeah.
I don't think we can afford 1 more loss. And I just don't see us winning 10 out of 12 in the league. That's a lot of games to win. But City do this every year. What do? They win you look at their record and it's like win, draw, loss, win, loss, draw, win, loss.
Yeah.
And then it hits Christmas and it's like W's right through. And you're like, how are you supposed to compete with that? Like, there's no reason we shouldn't cruise a title this year. but we're not going to. It's going to be hard because we're just living in the age of Man City where it doesn't matter how good you are.
Yeah.
That team will hunt you down and win the league.
That's what's frustrating about it is because this Arsenal team of the last 3-4 seasons.
Yeah.
If we didn't have
in any other era, I think they win 3 or 4 of those seasons.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there going, yeah, it's a bit of a dynasty, that team.
Yeah, they should be. But you've got that City team.
We could be at the end of this. What I'm saying, we could be at the end of the 4th season and go, we won nothing in that 4 years. And now, what are we? Just Pochettino at Spurs?
No,
I shouldn't have said that. I apologise to anyone that heard that.
I think it's more than that.
Because we're challenging. They never truly challenged.
Yeah, and I think
they did get to a Champions League final.
We have talked about the progression of Arsenal though. Like we've said many times before, like any team that challenges in a cup or a league drops off the next season in one of those things. You can't maintain it.
Yep.
Arsenal maintained it 3 to almost 4 seasons in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Not just that, they've got better every season. They haven't ever dropped off. They haven't stayed the same. They've progressed.
They've adapted. That's the big thing with Arsenal. I think Arteta adapts that team every year. And
everything.
I think we're going again because I really truly believe at the end of the year, I think we're moving on from Odegaard. I think there's a chance we move on from Martinelli.
Yeah.
I think there's some big featured players, and we talked about this last year, saying there's going to be a season where we're going to lose a couple of featured players.
Yeah.
I think we could be a couple. The end of the season where we adapt again, and I think our number 10 next year is Waneri majority of the games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Havertz.
Yeah. I don't know. The progression, though, on paper, like if you look at everything we've done, as of right now, no matter what happens, we are the best team in the world.
I don't know.
We are firing in all the tournaments.
Yeah, we are.
We're unbeaten in the Champions League, topped it, so we're the best team in that currently.
Yeah.
All it takes is a random knockout game for us to go out. But, I mean, currently, we're top of that.
Yeah.
We're top of the Premier League by, 6 points?
4.
4 points now? On paper, right now, we are the best team in the world. But like you said, it's a fine line. The minute it all goes away, a lot of stuff does get exposed.
Well, I don't know if it's like... I just don't know what it feels like to be in this position where you kind of go, I think we actually are really good.
Yeah, and people are saying it. People have never said that about Arsenal before. No one talks nicely about us.
But there's been years with like City where they're in this position that we're in. And I don't put it past them winning the quad. Whereas I don't know if we'll pick up any trophy.
But that's just lack of like
belief,
experience and belief and being there. Like City have done it multiple times now. Yeah. So every time they do it, you kind of go, oh, they're going to do it. Because they know how to do it and they know how it feels. And their fans are kind of used to it now. Like, if they don't get it, the fans are disappointed. Well,
I think as well, on Monday I was talking about it, was those cup games that kind of cheer us back up after a slight defeat. Because like you said, we're unbeaten in every competition except the league, where we've got 6 draws and 3 losses. So the only experience of negativity we've had this year have only come in the league.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one that is the main thing, isn't it? That's the one you chase all the time.
It's week to week.
Week to week. So our anxiety comes from there. Like, when we watch FA Cup, how relaxed are you?
I feel fine, yeah.
When you watch Champions League, really relaxed.
Yeah.
Maybe not now, soon.
Yeah, get nervy soon, yeah.
Carabao Cup final, I'll probably be nervous. But I haven't been nervous. Like, if we lost to Chelsea, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But the league, like Wolves tonight, I'll be shaking until we score. And then once we score, I'll be like, oh, we have to hold on. There's no way that's not transmitting to the players because we all feel it.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why there's 3 losses and 6 draws in the league. And in every other competition, it's just wins.
Yeah.
Because I think the anxiety and the way they play, they're more open, they're more exciting. It definitely is getting there, and what I can't see in those 12 games where we still got to play Chelsea, Tottenham, Newcastle at home, City away.
Yeah,
I'm looking at going, we got to win 10 out of the 12.
Yeah.
I genuinely think if we're talking realistically in a modern City that do have a loss in them, I think we have to win 8. Yeah. We can't lose more than 1.
No.
So we might have to win 8, draw 3, lose 1.
Yeah.
I think that might win us.
That'd be great.
But what's crazy is any other year, not any other year, but in take away the last 7 years of City, pre that, if in the last 12 you were top by 4 and you said you were going to win 8, draw 3 and lose 1, everyone will win the league by 9 points.
Yeah.
Because you're the best team, so everyone else naturally does drop a little bit, and you win 8 games.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely don't know if 8 wins, 3 draws, and a loss would be enough to keep City off of us.
Yeah, you're fighting against freaky Russian cyborg.
Yeah.
It's Rocky.
It is. It feels so mad because then you start going, okay, we need to win 10 out of 12. And it's like, it's possible.
Yeah.
But then when you go, there's the North London derby away from home. There's Chelsea, which I think's home.
Yeah, because that last one we had at theirs was frantic.
Oh, it was 1-1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was 1-1.
Yeah.
We had a couple of draws the last couple of years, Stamford Bridge. Yeah, and you go, that's still got to happen. We've got to go to the Etihad. And again, when you go to the Etihad, it's a different one because it's hard. It's the hardest game we'll play all season because they're the second best team.
Yeah.
Or the first best team. But the benefit is you can draw it because we're not worried about anyone below them.
Yeah.
So as long as we can hold them off. A win, obviously...
It's perfect.
Yeah, because if we win until that game, and so do they, and we're 4 points, but we've got a game in hand, and we are 7, let's say, because we won out. They've got a game in hand, but we're 7. We beat them. We go to 10, and they've only got one game in hand. That means they have to win the game in hand just to be 7 points.
Momentum-wise, that
and you'll have 8 games left, and all of a sudden it's like...
Mentally for them, it gets harder.
It gets really hard. But at least a draw is like one of those that, you go into Liverpool-Arsenal, if you draw but City win, you lose 2 points on them. Whereas with City, you can draw that and go, all right, well, we're still 4.
Yeah.
Let's carry on. But I just don't know. I don't know if we can get 3 points at Tottenham. I think everything else is winnable. Newcastle at home, Chelsea at home, winnable.
Yeah, Tottenham's the wild card.
Because it's a derby, you just don't know. And look what City just did. They went to Old Trafford, and what happened? They lost 3-0.
Yeah.
So we all got to go through those games.
I know Tottenham are in a weird state of flux at the minute, but they've also got a new manager bounce going on, so we'll see.
Yeah, and the game in hand is always a little bit interesting, isn't it? Because does it mentally do much for you? Or does it throw you?
I
say it was 3-0. It was 2-0 against Man United.
I think when you're the team with the extra game, I feel like you've got it on your side a little bit. I feel like if you secure those points, like let's say we do it tonight, City are the ones chasing. We're always the one with the game behind, usually.
Yeah.
City are out in front. They're securing the points, and we just see that as not the amount of games they played, but we see that as the points we've got to chase.
What do you know what's making me think of? Is that 2 years ago, the one where we could have won it.
Yeah.
They had the game in hand right up until the last week, and they played Tottenham away.
Yeah.
And all we needed was a draw, and we could win the league. And they won.
And Son botched it,
yeah. I'm just going to, off the top of my head, I'm not off the top of my head, I'm reading it, but off the top of your head, what do you think of points-wise for City here, okay? Their next 5 games in the Premier League.
Okay.
Newcastle at home.
They'll probably win.
Guimaraes is out. Then they got Leeds away.
I can see a draw.
But we just won't beat them 4-0 there.
I can see it.
Okay. Nottingham Forest at home.
They'll win that.
West Ham away. No, they surely win that.
I don't know. West Ham putting up a bit of a fight at the minute.
And then Chelsea away.
That's
tough.
tough.
All I need them to do is draw 2 of them.
I think they could draw 2 of them.
Here's the downside. Here's Arsenal's next 5. And I don't like this. Wolves away.
Win.
Hopefully. Tottenham away.
Win.
Chelsea at home.
We should win.
Brighton away.
That's always tough, but we should win. Cause
we haven't won there in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Everton at home.
We should win.
But if you look at that realistically, I'd say Wolves and Everton are wins.
Yeah.
I'd say one of Chelsea or Brighton are wins.
Yeah.
The other 2 could be draws. And I think City are in the same boat where I think we kind of went...
Maybe 2 draws.
3 wins and 2 draws.
Yeah.
Which I'll take because I think the game after that is the City game.
Yeah, and the points are the same.
Basically, we've got to try and maintain the points.
Yeah.
If we can, obviously, gain. But if we lose one, they win one. We go into the Etihad game. Even if there's a draw that they win... Oh, no, I don't think there's a way of doing it, actually. There's a way in which we go in where if they win, they go top on goal difference.
Jesus.
But I think we are... I think goal difference-wise, I think we might be best off at the minute. Goal difference, we're better than them by 2.
Okay.
But that could change in those 5 games. It is so bizarrely tight. And I think I started to get into this like relaxed mentality of like, I think we might actually win the league.
Yeah.
And you start thinking about, but what else could we win? And all of a sudden, this one comes up, and here you go. And the Carabao Cup, we're against them.
Yeah.
And you're like... could we lose that Carabao Cup final and then also be out of the title race by then? And then be like, all right, it's all on the Champions League and FA Cup again? And then we get that disappointment because it's just a cup competition.
Would you... Like, at the minute, we're in everything.
Yeah, I don't have any interest in the quad. Like, obviously I do, but that's not possible. That's history. No one's done it. No one will do it.
And we're in everything right now. We're quite comfortable. We're happy. We're fine. We're in everything. We're good.
Yeah, if the start of the season you said this is exactly where we'd be in Feb,
amazing.
I would have paid you good money to make sure that happened.
Well, I said to Dad this morning, because we were talking about if Arteta was to walk if we don't win anything and allow someone else to finish the job he started. And I think I said to him that I'd rather Arteta stayed and we did what we are doing currently and of last season, season 4, but continuously over the next 10 years with Arteta,
so
but don't win anything, but we're in the mix for everything every season, but we end up not winning anything. I'd take that over a new manager coming in and you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I'd much rather we are where we are now, even if we don't win anything. I want to be in the mix, at least.
I just don't think it's plausible because I think, like I said, I think if we don't win anything this year, he walks.
Yeah.
And I think then we look at a different Arsenal, it's going to take... And people will say, oh, you spent the money. It takes time because, Liverpool won the league last year and they spent $500 million. They're struggling.
Yeah.
Not struggling, but they're not right, are they? Like, they're not...
No.
They don't look great.
It's not the same.
So everyone will be forced into a few-year rebuild.
Yeah.
And that is such a scary thought because we're on the precipice of winning a quad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But on the other side of it could be
Nothing.
a 3-year rebuild.
Yeah.
If we win the quad, Arteta stays.
Yeah, it's fine.
All the players are happy. We probably buy more players.
Yeah, we get better. We win everything.
So it's such a scary moment.
Right now you've got that feeling of like we're in everything. But
Yeah,
let's say we go out at the Carabao Cup and the league, and it's all on
The
Carabao
FA Cup.
Yeah, it's all on the other two.
Yeah.
Would you feel more comfortable though in that moment, knowing we can focus all
Yeah.
our attention on these two?
My stress would be lower.
Mainly the Champions League. We could put everything into that.
We did that last year.
Yeah, true, and it didn't work
No,
out.
it didn't.
So I don't know.
That's what I mean.
Just
Like,
win everything.
I think you just got to win the games ahead of you. I think someone said the other day something like, I think how many games have they got left? If we go to distance every day, I think it's like 20 games left.
Yeah.
Something like that. Maybe 21. And someone's like, it's mad to think that if Arsenal win 19 of them and draw 2 of them, they'll win all 4.
They win everything, yeah. That's what, it's so crazy.
And when you look at the record, we're up. In 40 games, we lost 3.
Yeah.
So in the next 20, chances are you'd lose 1, 2.
Yeah.
Chances are, if we lose only 2 more games between now and the end of the season in all comps,
Yeah.
chances are you win 3 of the 4.
Yeah, yeah.
So if we carry on the form we currently got, chances are we win it all.
Which is all they have to do.
But this is what I was talking about
The
Monday.
hard work's been done.
This is what I was talking about Monday. Do you know what was good? Was when you have a bad loss in the league, you go play Kairat at home with no pressure.
Yeah.
We're getting to that nut-cutting time of the season where
Every game's
you
pressure.
draw at Wolves tonight,
Yeah.
then the North London Derby's your most stressful game in the world. And then if that doesn't go well, you then go into like a Carabao Cup final and you go, oh, we have to win this.
Yeah.
There's no games now.
No, it's all important.
Mansfield's the only one, and that's what we're going to talk about is in amongst those next 5 games, we have Mansfield away from home.
Have we ever played Mansfield?
I don't know what the history is there, but
I don't feel like normally I feel like we get a lot of the same teams. And Mansfield is not a game I feel like I've ever seen.
the FA Cup's really fun as well because they've done there's a lot of smaller teams there. And I think City got Newcastle. So there's certain teams that are going to go through another round.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't expect.
That's fun for Mansfield as well, is they get a visit from Arsenal.
Yeah.
For the Mansfield fans, like that is wild.
I tell you what's interesting is when is this Euro international? Because we got this game, we play on Sunday, then we have 7 days off, we play on a Sunday, then we play 3 days later in the league, then we play 3 days later in the FA Cup, then we play 7 days later in the Prem,
Yeah.
then 7 days later Carabao Cup final.
Wow.
Then there is 20 days off.
Okay, so that's where it is.
Yeah, there's a chance because that wouldn't make sense because unless that's a Monday night game, is it?
Momentum-wise, I don't like these internationals being so close to the end.
Yeah, and how late the City game is, I just realised, because we just talked about those 5 games that we got.
Yeah.
After that, we've got a final against City, then Bournemouth in the league, then it's the City game. Then we got Newcastle and Fulham at home, and then West Ham.
Yeah.
And then Burnley, then Palace. That's what I mean. I don't know. It's so hard. Anyway, I don't want to just shout out a load of stuff, but Mansfield's really interesting. I couldn't find out if we've played them before. But really good tie. When I watched it, I thought I wanted Wrexham at home. I'd like a home tie.
Yeah.
But I'll take Mansfield any day of the week because there was a moment there where we were left there with us, Liverpool, Newcastle, City, and Wrexham and Chelsea, and I was sitting there going, "Oh, if it's not Wrexham, we're getting Chelsea away,
Yeah.
Newcastle away, City away, Liverpool away. Any of them, I would have just been like, what a nightmare." And you need sometimes things like this to go your way. So far, we've got Portsmouth away,
Yeah.
Wigan at home, and Mansfield are only I think 5 positions above Wigan right now in League One.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great tie for us.
Yeah, it's good.
That's a really good tie for us. So I don't know. You can't really sniff at it because, I mean, this is a team that have gone out in the FA Cup early the last few seasons. We had some awful Carabao Cup exits, including the semi-final last year.
Yeah.
So to be in a final and then also be looking good for the next round of the FA Cup
Yeah.
and not be dealing with the Champions League knockouts right now, like the playoffs.
Yeah.
We're in really good stead, but it's really hard to get your head around it because you almost just got to look at the next 3 days every time. So like, don't look any further than Wolves. We just got to beat Wolves.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the weekend. Then get to the weekend and worry about it then, because what happens with City in that time, we do not know. City could throw a result against Newcastle by accident, draw, and then we go into that North London derby, 6 points clear with the game in hand, and think, oh, we could stretch this to 9.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, that's a huge game. And they're very beatable at the minute, Spurs. I really don't think we'll win that game, but if we just do that, because on the Patreon, I'm going to break down the North London derby. Is my most nerve-wracking game of the season is away at Tottenham. I hate it. I hate it so much. No Romero, which is a benefit. New manager bounce, which you alluded to, which I don't get. They're a very strange club. But before that, we have to do Wolves. And this is a weird one because it's been rearranged because of the Carabao Cup final with City. Yeah. City's rearranged fixture has been rearranged to a different one because I think it's against Palace, and Palace have to play on Thursday. So I think maybe they got to play in 2 weeks' time, midweek. Yeah. So they'll win that. They'll get that back soon. Yeah. Against Palace, but it's not yet, and I'm hoping they don't reschedule it like they did that Tottenham game to the week of the, because that really benefits them, doesn't it? Because
super crucial, yeah.
He's super crucial, and they're like, just do it 3 days before the end of the season. It's, whatever way you look at it, it's not helpful to anyone. Because City see that as like, well, they got 7 days rest the last day of the season. We got 3, plus we got 2 massive games now. Yeah. Or it's a nice one because you can keep having it in your back pocket. Like we've got that game in hand.
Yeah, you just got to win that one.
Yeah. Whereas if it happens in like 2 weeks and they lose it, it's panic stations. Yeah. And that's what we need. We need them panicked.
We do. Yeah, we need the robots to falter and break down a little bit.
And I think, I don't know, they are beatable this year, but I really think we are, but we're just not losing much. Anyway, tonight we got Wolves. Yeah. I'm not going to preview this on Patreon because we're right here right now and it's on in...
hours.
5 hours.
5 hours.
The team news will be out in 4.5 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the time it's 4 hours by the time this comes out. It's a huge game, simply because it is that game in hand. And, we look back the last couple of weeks, we beat Sunderland and we beat someone else at home. 2 Leeds away, sorry. Yeah, yeah. Leeds away, Sunderland at home. 2 games on paper you look at and go, Leeds away and Sunderland home. Of course, you should win that 8-0 over 2 legs. Yeah. We won it 7-0 over 2 legs. Yeah. Easier said than done. Sunderland aren't as good away from home as they are at their home. Yeah. Still have to get it done.
They're not easy.
No, a stroke of luck as well. Xhaka missing. Yeah. And then at Ellen Road, this is a team that held Man United. They've done a lot of good things at home. They've won a lot of points. They look like they're going to be safe. Yeah. We go to Ellen Road and we pump them 4. Yeah. Those 2 wins are so on paper like throwaway, similar to tonight. Yeah. Yeah, you've won them, but they're not that.
They never
in a
are.
Title race. No game is a given.
They're never that easy.
If it was Wolves at home, we'd feel good. But what happened at Wolves at home last time? We mucked about with our food for too long. We went 1-1 at 0-0. Yeah. And then we won it in 94 minutes. Yeah. So, not anything to kind of sniff your nose at and go, yeah, it's an easy win. No. But on paper, the second easiest game of the season is Wolves away. After Wolves at your home.
And especially, like you say, what we did with Sunderland and Leeds, which you expect to kind of falter at a little bit sometimes. Yeah. We didn't. We did the opposite. So it should just be continue as normal, bag some goals, Gyökeres gets some goals, someone gets some goals. Like, it's just get it done, move on, keep going.
Yeah, I totally agree. Looking at injuries, they've got Hwang out and they've got Gomez out. That's really unfortunate for them. Right now, we have Moreno, Odegaard, Dauman, Calafiori, Havertz. Okay. All out. I believe Ben White went off injured near the end. I think Norgard was signalling to the bench to take him off because he's got a hamstring. Yeah. Ben White did an Instagram saying, no injuries, I'm fine. Okay. Odegaard one, I mentioned this on Monday. It looked like one of those. You remember Cazorla did that thing where he cleared the ball and someone's foot hit his knee? Yeah. And it bent his knee. And he played on for a couple of minutes and he went off and then we never saw him again. Yeah. Ever. Yeah, yeah. The Odegaard one worried me because it looked very similar to that and he didn't really strike the ball and get caught. But Odegaard being out, Dauman is back in training. Okay. But I don't think he'd be enough to, we're not relying on a 16-year-old to change our season. Moreno is...
So someone just relied on a 16-year-old to change his family's life, so...
Yeah. And then Calafiori, I think, has been a big miss throughout the season. So is Havertz, because Havertz coming in, these little cameos he's given us have just reminded us just how good that player is and how helpful he is. And when you're missing Moreno, you kind of want Havertz there. And if Havertz isn't there, at least we had Moreno there. You can kind of fit in that 8, 10, 9 role. Yeah.
Workhorse.
all of a sudden they're both not there, and then Odegaard's not there, and all of a sudden your 10 is just Eze.
Yeah.
And we played Saka infield this week on the interior. Could he do that again? I don't know.
Interesting, yeah.
But Wolves have not been great. This is a place where Man United, I think, won 4-1, 4-0.
Yeah.
And looked really comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
And I think Man United might offensively be better than us, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's just a tough one. Where do you stand on that? Where do you see the lineup? What were we thinking?
Let me think. I think Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapi, Zubamendi, Rice, Eze in the middle. And where are we at with Saka at the minute? Is he?
He played half a game, was fine.
So he probably can play.
And Declan Rice had 7 days off.
Yeah, so yeah, Rice is in the middle. Saka, Gyökeres, and
Trossard?
I'm going to say Martinelli.
Okay.
I think classic Arsenal.
And who do you have as the 10? Eze.
Eze, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Odegaard, they expect to be back for the Tottenham game at the weekend.
Okay.
And Havertz.
Okay, cool.
Dalman, they're saying March. Moreno is next season.
Yeah.
Predicted lineup here on the Metro is Raya, Hincapi, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Zumendi, Rice, Eze, Saka, Trossard, Gyökeres.
Trossard and Martinelli is the only one.
I think that's our strongest team we could put out currently. Obviously, we'd love Calafiori to be available. He's not.
Yeah.
Ezra, Odegaard, Havertz. I think on any given day, everyone will give different answers on who you want in that 10 role.
Yeah.
But Trossard been unbelievable, and it's lovely to have options. I really don't want Jesus to start.
No.
The last few games he started, I'd not liked it. I thought Gyökeres was one of our better players against Brentford.
Yeah, the setup feels different when Jesus plays over Gyökeres.
Yeah, and I'm desperate to see Gyökeres just keep getting game time because in all comps I think he is on 13 goals now. He's not doing as bad as what people think he is.
No, we just need to keep him playing.
And I think he's been an unbelievable team player this year.
Big time.
Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas now I think some of the goals are coming. Since January, I think he's scored a decent amount, hasn't he?
Well, if you build it, they will come. Like, if he keeps playing and working hard, he'll get rewarded. So
yeah, the filter by 25-26. Wrong year. No, it is 25-26.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Right? Championship. Why are you telling me that? Premier League. He's played 24 games, got 8 goals.
Okay.
In the Champions League, he's got 4 and 6.
Nice.
And in the EFL Cup, he's got 1 and 3. In the FA Cup, he's got none in 1.
So bad.
In all comps, he's played 34 games and he's got 13 goals, 2 assists. So 15 things.
Yeah.
In 34 games.
That's fine.
And also, how many of them have been 5 minutes? Like he came on against Grimsby for like a minute.
Yeah.
You know, so there's certain things like that are really interesting. The FA Cup this week, he came on for a half. If he was on that first half, does he bag 3 or 4?
Definitely.
But I'm not. 8 in his debut Premier League season. I mean, I think Drogba, hit something like 10 in that first year, and he went on to do great things. I'm not saying he's Drogba, but
takes time.
Yeah, and he's got another 12 Premier League games to play, and touch wood, he doesn't get hurt. He's got 12 games to get. If he gets 3 goals, he'd be in that, close to that 12 mark. But in that 12, I really think if we're going to win the league, I think he's going to need to get 5 or 6. At least. He's got no assists in the league, which is interesting, but he's got 1 in Champions League, 1 in the Europa.
Wow.
Carabao. But no, he's not doing as bad, and I just want him to start. And I know Jesus has got the odd goal and the assist, and we just sit so much deeper and you invite pressure.
The shape when Jesus plays is all wrong.
Yeah.
Like, everything just feels off. Jesus is an impact player for me. I think he has to come on and just, if we need him, he can just cause a little bit of a stir in the middle. Because if they're set up for Gyökeres for that game, it's a different game to when you're playing Jesus. Most of the time, people are just wrestling Gyökeres to the ground.
Yeah.
Like, that's most of Gyökeres' game. He's getting wrestled to the ground.
It's going to be interesting as well, because when Wolves played Man United, I remember they played them at home and then away at Arsenal in the same week. And they opened up so much and just had a basketball game with Man United that ended 4-1.
Yeah.
And then 3 days later, they turned into prime AC Milan in the mid-90s.
Yeah.
And they went 11 at the back, solid, never got a foot wrong. We ended up getting a goal. They squeezed the goal back. And you're just like, how did that team turn up against Man United? And that's the team we got.
I take that as a compliment.
And again, it could have been because they were at home.
Yeah.
and they maybe didn't think Man United were as good as they actually turned out to be. Because Man
Yeah.
United, I mean, there's people out there that think Man United might win the league.
But this season,
Some people think there's an outside chance that they just went out because
No.
they've got nothing else to worry about.
no.
Touch wood.
Touch wood.
Yeah. But by the way, they've won I think the same games as us. Something like that. They've got Man United is really odd. I said at the start of the season to Bruno, who comes on this show and does Man United pods usually, and I said they're better than Liverpool, and I think they're better than what most people are telling people they are.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You're just ribbing me, I think." And I was like, "No, I think Man United are really good. Man United are currently on 26 games. They've won 12. They haven't won the same as us, so I'm way off. But they've drawn 9. And everyone else, Man City and Villa have only drawn 5. We've drawn 6.
Yeah.
So if they averaged out to what Villa have done,
Yeah.
4 draws into wins, that's 8 more points. 8 more points would put them 53,
Level C.
level with City.
Jesus.
4 points behind Arsenal.
I think.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and there's so many games this season that Man United could have won that they drew.
Yeah.
And you just think, I don't think they are going to win the league.
I can't see it being this.
They got to have a Man City and Arsenal got to lose like 4 or 5 games.
If we're nervous of City in our position out in front, I can't see Man United overtaking that City team from behind.
Yeah.
And
then us as well.
And us. Like, no.
But I think they're a much better team than what people think.
Yeah, they are very good. I do enjoy this new setup with Carrick. I think it reminds me of what I think Man United should be.
Well, I think as well, under Amarin last year and then this year, I think they kind of, especially this summer, they cultivated a team that you thought, it's a good team. Like attacking, anyway.
Yeah.
Defence, I don't know. But the attack, I was like, they're really good. And I was like, if he just played a 4-3-3, I think they'd win a lot of games.
Yeah.
Carrick's just come in and essentially gone, just play 4-3-3, and they're
Yeah.
winning a load of games. And I was like, when you have Mbuemo, Cunha, Sesko, Mount, they have good options. Ahmad's a really good young player.
He's very good.
Bruno Fernandes is one of the most underrated Premier League players of all time.
Yeah.
You go, Mainu as well, coming back into the team.
I love Mainu.
It felt so simple just to do this 2 years ago. But with the players in the summer, I think if they brought in Carrick at the start and they'd gone to this, I think they are challenging right now.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that.
Yeah.
We'll find out next year. Because maybe it was just they had a good bit of run of form.
Yeah.
And by the way, we've already played more games than they'll play all season.
Wow.
They're going to play 40 games this year, which they've never done before.
Yeah.
We're on 40. This tonight is our 43rd match.
Wow.
So we're 3 games deeper into our season, and Man United are going to be in the end of May.
That's mad. That is
So
mad.
just a reminder of when some teams seem more depleted than others, that is why.
Yeah.
But anyway, I feel like we've done. It feels like we've been talking forever. So.
It feels very like we had a lot of content in there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff here.
So if you have enjoyed today, hopefully get this listened before Wolves. I know we're leaving it tight, but we front ended it a lot with a lot of content you'll enjoy.
Yeah.
So this should be evergreen, I would have thought. But towards the end of this week, I'm going to throw you up on the Patreon a Spurs preview, North London derby. I'm going to talk about how shaky and scared I am. We'll obviously review that game as well on the Patreon. There'll be Monday episode on iTunes and Spotify, and the ad-free version will be on Patreon. And then we'll be getting ready for that Chelsea game. And I think next week I wanted to do another type of pod.
Yeah.
For the Patreon, where I might do like my all-time 11 or
That's fun.
with the 7. I might do that. I'll do one with you as well at some point.
I like that.
Some evergreen pods I might record next week
Heck yeah.
for the Patreon that I think would be fun for people to listen to. And I want to do a quiz as well at the end of the season where I think Jack reached out to us and said we should do it.
Yeah.
So shout out to Jack, which was name a number and we got to tell you the first player that comes to your head, but you can't say the same one.
That's awesome.
And it's whoever falls out first.
Yeah.
So like number 1, and I go Seaman. You say
Lehman.
immediately. I'm worried that he wasn't number 1. But
It was a question.
he was. And then
question mark
I'd say
on
number 2, and you'd say
Dixon.
and I'd say Diaby. And then number 3, and I'd say Winterburn, and you'd say yeah. Anyway,
That's really hard.
Sanya. Anyway,
Oh.
it is hard, and that's why I think we should do it because I think it's fun, and we have got to go up to like. It's tough because I can't research it because I'll find too much out.
Yeah.
But ideally, you could go up to like 45 or something.
Yeah,
49. Lewis Skelly right now, 49.
yeah, we've had some high numbers, I think.
And I can imagine there's probably been more than 2 in every number up until 49, but there's no way of me checking it
Yeah.
because I'll then know all the names.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get to that on the Patreon. So please subscribe. Go through the link below this video if you want the Patreon because you won't have to pay the tax that you do on the app of a Patreon. But once you do sign up, feel free to use the app. I use the app to listen to my podcast that I listen to on Patreon. It's just you avoid that tax. Also, TBA Wrestling on SeatGeek. We to get $20 off, and also on Whatnot. Click the link below. Sign up through that referral code, and you'll get £10 free to pay for anything. And check us out, Peppercorn Sports Cards. But we'll be back next Monday.
Heck yeah.
And then Wednesday. So
Yeah. And shout out to all those North American listeners. We see you.
we see you. We see you on the analytics. But we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.